Okay, so I will be reviewing the CAO Amazon Basin Extra Anejo. So I ran into this cigar at my local shop, and I was really surprised when he had it. My local shop here is pretty cool because they have some rare cigars. Like I found a bull there, Andalusian bull, and they don't get much stuff, but they get some rare stuff here and there. Things that you won't find online, right? Because online everything gets picked up really quickly. But I did find this CAO Amazon Basin, and to be honest, it never really, like, I read a lot about it and I heard a lot about it in videos, but I never really wanted to try it just because, I don't know, I've only smoked 2 CAO cigars and I didn't really like them, so I picked it up anyways just to see. I actually got 2 of them because there was a few of them there. And then I actually also had previously at a weird little shop, I had found a CAO Fuma en Corda, which I guess is like another part of this line. I'm not too sure, but I'm going to go ahead and review it, see if it's any good, see what all the hype is about, and see if I actually like it. So I'm sure this is a fresh cigar because, like I said, he said he had only gotten 1 box and he only had a few of them left, and so I'm pretty sure they went pretty quickly. So this must be a pretty fresh cigar, pretty young cigar. Hopefully that doesn't affect it and it's still good. So I do check the humidity in the cigars. I use a humidity meter. 64, 67. It always jumps to two different readings. I don't know why, but 67, which is good. I do not like them above 70. Even like at 70, I get this weird taste, and I've noticed I used to critique a lot of cigars based off that taste, but I think it's just when it's at that 70 or higher, I just don't like it. So I've noticed that I like it with the humidity a lot lower, like 67, 64, and it's good. Again, this is the second time I'm trying to do a review inside. I don't smoke inside. I usually smoke outside. So I got 2, I have 2, I don't know what these are called, the air purifiers to try and get this smoke because I'm paranoid about smoking inside. But so if you hear a lot of humming, that's what it is. It's air purifiers going. It's a very nice looking cigar though, very nice looking cigar. The Fuma en Corda one that I have, I got it from this, it's a smoke shop, like one of those, they sell bongs and stuff. But it, they have like weird cigars in there that I don't think anybody buys because they got a lot of that white, I mean it's not plume, but it's that white like mold. Some of them do, right? Some of them have that moldy stuff. Oh, it's nice tasting. Look at this smoke in here. Damn. I don't know if you could see that through the camera, but there's a ton of smoke in here. Damn, I don't know how people smoke in their houses. I have kids. I have a wife. She's gonna get pissed, but it is what it is. I usually smoke outside, but I can't do reviews outside because I live in the Palm Springs area and it's very windy where I live. So there's always wind out there. It's always windy. One of the things that I never stress about is kind of like the burn. Some people care a lot about the burn, like, oh, it's not even, it's uneven. I never get good burns. Even on really high quality cigars, I find myself touching it up a lot because the wind just does something to them. Very smooth tasting right now. I'm getting a bit of like cocoa-ish. I don't get very strong flavor notes, right? Like I don't have very intricate flavor notes. I know sometimes people say they taste chocolate and stuff. I've never tasted chocolate. The cocoa thing I get because it tastes like kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but it's kind of when you drink or you eat really dark chocolate and then you're just breathing naturally. You get like a bit of a taste, and that's what I get. But this cigar is such a nice cigar. Look at that. For it being fresh, for it being such a young cigar, I think these are aged 5 years compared to the regular Amazon Basins. Like there's an Amazon Basin Anejo, and from what I've read, this one's aged 5 years. Hopefully I'm not wrong about that, but I'm getting a very nice floral note as well. A very nice floral note. I don't get that from a lot of cigars, but I do enjoy it. So far, getting into the first third, I'll let you know how it goes, but it's starting off well. So again, I'm barely getting into the first third, but so far it's been a very enjoyable cigar. I do like it. It's a very smooth cigar. Not much pepper. That the whole pepper thing I think is dependent on the person though, because I have had cigars that people say are pepper bombs and I didn't think they were that bad. And then I've had some cigars that people say are smooth and they're great, and I thought they were extremely peppery. So I think that's a bit subjective. The burn on this is not too great. I know that this is a good cigar. I don't know if it's just a rare cigar because MSRP for the CAO Amazon Basin, the Extra Anejo, is $15, right? $15 online. I got it and it was $20. That's how much it costs here in California. It's not that inflated, to be honest. Normally prices are a bit more inflated. I didn't think $20 was that bad. But I don't know if it's supposed to be like a really high quality construction wise. I've just heard that it's really good and it's very hard to get. So I can't speak to if the quality was supposed to be really great. It is a CAO, but as you can see here, the ash has kind of broken apart a little bit, which is fine for me. That's not really something I've never really cared much about the construction of the cigar. If it's flaking off, I attributed it to the wind because I usually smoke outside, but now I'm starting to think it's probably just the way I handle the cigar. Yeah, it's good. I am getting this weird taste, like a weird aftertaste. I don't know how to explain it, but it's got like a funky aftertaste. This cello is like really, I don't think you guys are going to be able to tell, but it's got some discoloration on it. So, I mean, I don't know if they've had them sitting in the cello for a while to age them for that extra 5 years or so compared to the regular Amazon Basin, but it is, so far it's very good. I'm still getting cocoa. I don't know exactly what type of wood. I know sometimes people in reviews, they'll say it's oak or it tastes like cedar or a type of wood. I can't really distinguish that yet, but I do a lot of woodworking as a hobby, and whenever I'm going into my shop after I've been making some cuts, the sawdust, you smell the sawdust, you smell that aroma that's in the air after working with wood, and it's kind of like this. I work with a lot of pine and a lot of cedar, so I don't know if that's just what it is, but that's kind of what I am getting. It's a good cigar. I am enjoying it. So I'll finish this first third and then check in on the second third here. Okay, so just getting done. Barely gonna start getting into the second third. pretty soon here. Not yet, but the ash has been holding on. Even though the beginning was a little bit rough, it kind of stayed a little bit more consistent, except for that little hiccup in the front. But so all in all, I was enjoying the cigar. It's a good cigar. The only thing is, there's this weird aftertaste, and it's not like an aftertaste of ammonia. I always say ammonia when I get a cigar that's either overly humidified, or it's a cigar that I don't know, that I guess is too young. And sometimes the only information I have, or the only experience I have, is from watching videos and what other people say. So I don't know how accurate that is, right? But this cigar is not giving me that. It's not giving me that same taste. This is giving me a different aftertaste, to almost to the point where I might not finish smoking it if it keeps it up. Towards the end, right? And it's only when I retrohale a little bit towards the end, I'm getting like a weird iodine kind of taste. I know it sounds weird, but it's not like the regular ammonia taste that I attribute in my head. That is ammonia. It's more of like I do a lot of work in hospitals and stuff. I'm a service plumber, and we do a lot of jobs in hospitals. And when you go into a room like the OR room, the sink is clogged, you go snake that sink. When you're smelling stuff, right, and you're breathing, I'm getting this exact same taste. So is it ammonia? Is it iodine? Like, that's what I'm kind of thinking of. I don't know, but it's something, and it's kind of screwing up. It's kind of messing up the cigar. Like, it's good, and then right at the end, it's like if you smell rubbing alcohol, and when you're exhaling after you've smelled that rubbing alcohol. It's like when you smell the rubbing alcohol, you're using it, then you exhale. It's kind of like that. But for some reason, it reminds me of iodine. Very weird. Hopefully it gets better. Hopefully with more of the smoke in there, and when it starts transitioning, it'll go away. But I'm a little bit worried that this is going to stay throughout the stick. And if it does, I'm not going to finish it. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it gets better. Okay, so here we are into the second third quite a bit. To be honest, I haven't been enjoying the cigar. It's getting worse and worse. And I'm not going to say this is super rare, right? Because I enjoy smoking a lot. I try to smoke like once a day. If I could, I would smoke one cigar a day, but at least. But I don't always get to do that. And whenever I start smoking a cigar that I don't like, I usually dump it. And I'm in a phase of like trying a lot of cigars. I don't really have a lot of favorites, but the ones I do, I sometimes am smoking one when I'm trying it and thinking, damn, I would much rather be smoking a My Father the Judge, or a Brulee, Sobremesa Brulee by Dunbarton. I always think back to stuff like that, right? And this cigar, as much as I would hate to stop smoking it, because then that's my cigar for the day, I don't think I can continue. It's not that good. Especially that aftertaste, for me anyways, is getting worse and worse. Yeah. I find myself thinking, okay, like maybe this drag, it won't do that. Maybe this one, when I take a draw, it'll be better, and it's not getting better. So I don't really want to continue smoking it. So I don't know if maybe it just needs to rest a little bit longer. I don't know if maybe I don't know if it's just not for me. But all the hype behind it, I was really excited, and it unfortunately didn't really do that well. Luckily, it wasn't super expensive, and this happened to me before with a Aganorsa leaf Supreme leaf, where I didn't like it, but it had so much hype. I gave it some time. I smoked it months later because I had bought like 3 sticks, and it was really good. So I don't know if giving this one some time will do any better, but I got one more. I'm gonna save it and see if it gets any better. Because like even the smell I'm getting off of it now is reminding me of that iodine rubbing alcohol kind of smell. I don't know. So that's pretty much it. I'm not going to finish it. Hopefully some of you find this valuable, and if you have any comments about why you think this happened, maybe it's something I did with the cigar, maybe I wasn't storing it correctly. I have had it for like 2 weeks. I've had it sitting for a little bit. I dry boxed it for 3 days. Check the humidity. What was it, 67 I believe? I'd have to check the video again, but the humidity, the level that I like, so I don't know what it could have been. But again, any comments, anything that you guys think that it could be, let me know, and see if I give the other one some time before I try that one. Alrighty, thank you.